NITA, the National IT Agency, for example, has 25 Ghana cedis, 8 pesos. I repeat that, 25 Ghana cedis, 8 pesos, as is bank balance at the Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile, the agency owes 813,486,505 Ghana cedis, 89 pesos. But what they have in their account is 25 Ghana cedis. This is the ministry that we inherited. This is what we took over. NITA, for example, has a certain contract arrangement with a third-party vendor. I have summoned the third-party vendor to appear before me tomorrow because I do not understand how all the revenue coming to NITA, the previous administration signed the contract that has taken all of that fund, all the revenue that comes, and gives it to a third party. And so NITA is not getting any money. And so you ask yourself, almost everything at the ministry goes to a third party. So NITA has 25 cedis sitting in his account. Meanwhile, just for the month of January, the payments from services that are run using NITA's infrastructure that I was supposed to approve to a third-party company was almost 4 million Ghana cedis. I have refused to sign it. And I've insisted that I've referred it to the Attorney General. I will not sign any such payments until I understand why NITA is not getting a dime and a private sector player is using NITA's infrastructure, earning in excess of almost 4 million Ghana cedis, and NITA is, all the debt is sitting on NITA's books, and all the revenue is going to a private sector. I mean, the ministry is the true definition of state capture. And I will take my time to come before the House and brief the House extensively on the rot in the ministry. Stations are a part of a total number of about 63 radio stations whose frequencies are not going to be revoked, but are going to be suspended. We've suspended the first 6. I will be coming to the House to brief the House fully on the outstanding ones. I have engaged the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association. I have engaged the Media Foundation for West Africa, and they are fully aligned with the processes that we are undertaking. Because we cannot have a situation where media houses would flout the regulation and say that because of press freedoms, the conditions for their licenses will not be met. But like I said, I will not, like the previous administration did, be revoking licenses. There's a difference between the two. I will be suspending the licenses, offering them the opportunity to remedy the anomaly in their cases. And in this case, there are huge fines to be paid. But once again, President Mahama has intervened and asked that we waive all those fines. In some of the instances, some of the fines are as much as 4 million Ghana cedis. And so this shows you that there is absolutely no malice in the action that we are taking. We're waiving it. We'll be giving them a window frame to remedy their situation. The 6 that were affected in the first phase, 3 of them have indicated to us and brought to the regulator the documentation required for the restoration of their frequencies. And I'll be authorizing the restoration of their frequencies. So no one should equate this or mistake this for the high-handed irrationality and politically minded actions that happened in the past. Let me state equivocally that those who manage the Airtel-Tigo process are enemies of our state and persons who have absolutely no sense of patriotism in them. Because today, I find myself privileged and honored to hold the high office of Minister for Communication. Every action I take, I am minded by my fidelity to the Ghanaian people. So for anyone to have told us that they bought Airtel-Tigo for $1, and have taken over the ministry, and ATC, American Tower Company, just one of the companies Airtel-Tigo owes, brought us a bill of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. That's just ATC alone. Today, the American embassy ambassador was in my office with a team, and one of the major issues was the indebtedness to ATC. The debt sitting on the books of Airtel-Tigo is in excess of 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. So if someone told you they bought it for $1, who is going to pay the 3.5 billion that's sitting there and growing, accruing interest?